why don't you share a little bit about your situation as a family and all your family members, what it felt like before therapy with Brain Harmony and what it's like now.
The Alpha Stem is my favorite. I love it. I am a mom of 4 kids who are all on some kind of a special needs spectrum. They're either ADHD, I've got one with Down syndrome, autism, and who is very, we say he has leadership qualities. He's very stubborn. But he also does things like elopement, which if you know about autistic kids, that means he runs away, which is very stressful because we don't want anything to happen to him physically or mentally or emotionally. We don't want him to be terribly scared or, that sort of thing. So it's been really challenging. It's easy to talk about right now, but when you live it, it's a whole spectrum of feelings and just, it's hard to imagine if you're not in it. But our family on both sides also already tended to have anxiety and depression and challenges like that not everybody has, but a lot of people do. And I didn't realize that it wasn't normal to feel like an elephant was sitting on your chest. I didn't realize that everybody lost their breath when they had a kid who was falling out on the floor in public and having a meltdown. I just thought that was a normal reaction. I didn't realize people could just kind of keep going and do things. I thought everybody felt like I did until I started having panic attacks and went to my doctor and was diagnosed with PTSD, which I knew my panic attacks were severe. There had been times when I thought my husband was going to have to take me to the emergency room because I actually couldn't breathe and I was hyperventilating, and it all sounds kind of extreme, but it really was. And that was new to me, but I've developed it over the years of just dealing with this anxiety and the chronic stress. And I was just at a point where when my doctor prescribed some anxiety medication for me, I literally was taking 4 times the dosage that she suggested for me.
Wow.
I had to, just to be able to breathe and to function. But then I was so tired that I was having trouble kind of getting through the day. So I just was thinking, this can't be it. This can't be as good as it gets. But I didn't know what else to do. And so then you, my friend Laura, one day about the dyslexia information that I was doing with my boy. And I texted you back and said, I cannot talk to you right now because I'm in the middle of a panic attack. I was barely even able to send the message. And I just said, I can't, I don't have the air to speak. I think that would push me over the edge. And you said, I got something you need to try. So I got the Alpha Stem and started using it. And I was so desperate that I hoped it would work, but I was skeptical because I tried meditation, relaxation techniques. I had tried different kinds of medication. I had tried talking to counselors. I had tried so many things, and I kept hitting a dead end. And I just thought, this can't be as good as it's going to get. And I'm so thankful that it wasn't. But I didn't know anything about Alpha Stem. I didn't know what it was. I'd never heard of that kind of therapy. And so when I received it, I tried it for a few days. And after about 3 days, I started thinking, I wonder if this is working, or if maybe I'm just feeling better like anything else. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. And I said, maybe I'm just feeling a little better. We'll keep trying it and see. And then after about 2 weeks, I knew that there was no way that it was just I was having an upswing and that I was just feeling better, because I was actually, for the first time in months and months since my anxiety had kind of reached a peak, I was able to take a deep breath and feel like I could actually breathe without having to try to force myself to yawn to get that air deep in there. I could wear shoes without feeling claustrophobic. I could go to bed at night without all the things running through my mind, and I could then start to use the relaxation techniques I'd learned and just be able to drift off to sleep. I'm not waking up many times a night with all these things running through my head. I mean, there was just no denying after about 2 weeks that the only thing that had changed was the alpha stem. And it was just better, and it still is better. And now I'm telling all my friends, you need to use this and you need to try it. I'm at the point where I can be away from it for about a day and like let my friends try it and see what they think. I don't want to give it up. I'm not done with it because it is so relaxing to use. Even when I'm not in the middle of a panic attack or anxiety, it really is relaxing. And oddly enough, one of my triggers was trying to go to bed at night. And I think that's because the first time I had a really full-blown panic attack, it was at night when everybody was trying to settle down and go to bed. So my mind goes there at night when everybody's relaxing and the lights are low and all that. Instead of it being relaxing, it's just the opposite. So at that time, no matter how well I'm doing, at that time I go ahead and use it. And I have found that I can do things I couldn't do before. I can sit and watch a movie with my husband, which used to make me feel kind of trapped. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be in one place. I needed to be up and moving and doing things. And now I can actually relax and read at night or watch something on TV or things I just couldn't do before. It's just so much better. It's just better.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Fantastic. Well, as parents, it's so hard to care for ourselves first. But when we do, especially when we have 4 children, special needs, you've got to be at your best. So I think we can, it's great to conclude this meeting by letting other moms know how important it is to take care of yourself, because you're better at taking care of your kids who have such needs.
Yes. And that's another thing I always had trouble with for years. I never would take care of myself, partly because I couldn't stop my mind from going through the list of all the things I needed to be doing. And partly because just trying to relax allowed my mind to have time to start worrying about things that were out of my control or the things, on my to-do list that didn't get done, that sort of thing. And it was kind of stressful for me to try to relax. So I just kind of gave up on it, and I got in busy mode and just stayed busy all the time. And I have found that since I started using the Alpha Stem, I can relax and enjoy relaxing. And my husband has been telling me for years, you've got to learn to relax. You need to learn to have fun and do something enjoyable. And I was like, maybe that's just not my personality, or maybe I can't since I've gotten older and had all these kids. And finally, we can do things together. We can take a walk some days, and I don't feel like I'm anxious and have to hurry back because I've got so many things that are not getting done. I can read books for enjoyment and not feel like the only thing I can read is informational and educational, which is really big for me because for years I haven't read just for fun. And now I'm on my 4th book just for fun. And that's really big for me. So it's just been such an eye-opener and such a relief. And I have figured out that it's not only okay for me to do something for myself, but makes life better when you can enjoy doing something for yourself. And my kids are happier. So everybody's benefiting. My husband is thrilled with the Alpha Stem. And when I loaned it to one of my friends to use, he said, I'm not sure what you're thinking. You need to tell her to get her own because that thing has made my life better. So we love it.
Awesome. Wonderful. Melissa, thank you. I appreciate all your time.